Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show. I am your host, Jenny. Today, we've got some exciting stories lined up for you. First up, Vanke, one of China's biggest property developers, is struggling with a massive first quarter loss of $860 million, despite a government rescue plan. The company faces declining sales and margins, and with bonds maturing this year, analysts are watching for a possible turnaround by 2026. Next, Hong Kong is gearing up for its lively Golden Week holiday, expecting around 840,000 mainland visitors. The city is buzzing with drone shows, music festivals, and cultural celebrations, all while luxury sectors target high-net-worth tourists with exclusive offers. It's a vibrant time for tourism and culture in the city. Finally, the Hong Kong stock market took a hit following a weak manufacturing report from China, with the PMI dropping below 50 for the first time in a while. The slowdown reflects ongoing trade tensions and economic uncertainties, impacting major banks and property firms. But don't worry, the market remains resilient as investors keep a close eye on future developments. Please continue to watch for more detailed insights. According to the South China Morning Post, China Vanke's financial struggles continue unabated, as its first quarter loss deepens to $860 million despite Shenzhen Metro Group's intervention. The property giant's net loss widened significantly from the previous year, driven primarily by declining home settlements and shrinking gross margins, which fell from about 10% to just 6.1%. The company's troubles are compounded by a forecasted 30% drop in contracted sales due to waning buyer confidence and a shrinking pipeline, potentially resulting in a 74 billion yuan shortfall. In response, Shenzhen Metro has stepped in with a 3.3 billion yuan loan to help Vanke meet bond obligations, while the company plans to sell treasury shares to bolster liquidity. Experts predict that profitability will remain subdued through 2024, but anticipate a recovery by 2026 as new projects since 2022 show improved margins, signaling a cautious optimism amid ongoing asset impairments and a challenging economic environment. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong is gearing up for its annual Golden Week holiday, expecting approximately 840,000 mainland visitors, a 10% increase from last year. The city is buzzing with events, from a vibrant drone show spotlighting traditional festivals like Tin Hau and Tam Kung, to outdoor music festivals at West Kowloon, and the famous bun scrambling competition in Chengqiao. Tourism officials are optimistic about the rise in tour groups, especially with recent attractions like Kai Tak Sports Park and the Twin Panda Cubs at Ocean Park drawing crowds. Wealthy visitors from mainland China are also targeted with exclusive offers, including luxury property incentives and banking promotions, aiming to capitalize on the influx of high-net-worth individuals. Weather forecasts predict hot conditions with occasional thunderstorms, adding a layer of unpredictability to the festivities but not dampening the holiday spirit. The South China Morning Post also notes that Hong Kong stocks declined in response to China's manufacturing contraction, as official PMI data revealed a drop below the expansion threshold in April. The Hang Seng Index fell 0.6%, with technology stocks dipping slightly, while mainland indices showed similar modest declines. The PMI reading of 49 signals a contraction in China's factory activity, reflecting the combined impact of U.S. tariffs, internal property sector issues, and sluggish external demand. Major banks like China Merchants Bank and ICBC suffered significant losses following disappointing earnings reports, whereas insurers such as AIA and China Life posted gains due to strong new business growth. The economic outlook remains cautious, with analysts warning of a sharp slowdown in the second quarter, driven by the U.S.-China trade war and domestic property market challenges, as the country grapples with a double whammy of external pressures and internal debt issues. From the South China Morning Post, the upcoming evaluation of Hong Kong's third medical school has become a high-stakes event, with 3 universities, Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, Polytechnic University, and Baptist University, preparing to present their innovative proposals to a government task group led by Health and Education Secretaries. Baptist University has announced a strategic partnership with Shanghai Industrial Investment, a state-owned enterprise, to bolster its bid, emphasizing a focus on frontier translational research, diagnostics, and vaccine development through the Frontier Translational Medical Research Institute. Meanwhile, Polytechnic University showcased cutting-edge projects blending medicine and engineering, such as robotic rehabilitation aids and AI-assisted radiotherapy systems, highlighting the city's push towards integrating technology with healthcare. The government's expert panel, including prominent figures like Professor Joseph Sung and Professor Sui Lapchi, will scrutinize these proposals based on parameters like research potential, curriculum design, and clinical exposure, in a process that underscores Hong Kong's ambition to elevate its medical education landscape amid fierce competition. In the South China Morning Post's opinion piece, Hong Kong Civil Service, renowned as one of the region's finest, faces scrutiny over its lingering iron rice bowl mentality, which hampers accountability and efficiency. The government is now seeking to reform disciplinary procedures, proposing measures such as holding hearings in absentia for non-cooperative officers and considering court sentences without detailed proceedings for serious crimes. Despite a relatively small number of disciplinary actions, 194 civil servants punished between April and December, the emphasis on maintaining a disciplined, effective workforce is clear. Yet, the civil service's reputation is also marred by overgenerous perks, including 300 million Hong Kong dollars spent annually on holiday bonuses and allowances, which strain the city's finances and undermine fiscal discipline. The article argues that such perks, while historically justified, are increasingly unsustainable, especially as the government strives to balance professionalism with fiscal responsibility in a time of economic challenge. From the South China Morning Post's coverage of Japan, social media rumors fueled by a manga and a feng shui master have sparked widespread fears of an impending earthquake in Japan this summer, leading to a sharp decline in tourism and travel bookings. The manga Watashi ga Mita Mirai predicts a major disaster on July 5, echoing a previous manga from 1996 that foresaw the 2011 Tohoku earthquake, lending an eerie credibility to these unfounded claims. Similarly, feng shui expert Qi Xianyu warned of increased natural disasters, prompting social media videos with over 100 million views across Asia, and causing airlines like Greater Bay Airlines to suspend flights to regions believed to be at risk. Seismologists and government officials have dismissed these predictions as scientifically impossible, emphasizing that natural disasters cannot be reliably forecasted by manga or feng shui. Experts warn that such rumors only serve to panic the public and harm Japan's tourism industry, stressing the importance of relying on scientific assessments rather than superstition or sensationalism. South China Morning Post highlights Hong Kong's Tsim Sha Tsui as the world's premier high street, surpassing Madison Avenue and Bond Street in rental costs. The district's prime retail rent reached an astonishing £17,132 per square metre annually in late 2024, driven by a dense concentration of luxury brands such as Cartier, Dior, and Tiffany. This affluent enclave is attracting renewed interest from luxury retailers eager to tap into Hong Kong's high-net-worth individuals, with the city boasting over 42,000 individuals worth more than $10 million. Despite a slight decline in retail sales and a slowdown in store openings across China, Tsim Sha Tsui remains a magnet for luxury shopping, with rents expected to stay high through 2025. The city's strategic efforts, including a new investment migration scheme, continue to bolster its status as a global wealth hub, fueling a recalibration in its luxury market and maintaining its position as a top shopping destination worldwide. The South China Morning Post also reports on the vibrant new culinary and retail openings in Hong Kong during late April to early May. Among these is Maison Tori, a Japanese yakitori restaurant offering affordable, charcoal-grilled delicacies in Central, promising a taste of European flair. Nearby, Sakaba Masaka has quickly gained popularity with its authentic Hakata-style izakaya, serving sashimi, sushi, tempura, and skewers, complemented by an extensive sake and Japanese beer selection. For sweet tooths, Poppins in Sha Tin's New Town Plaza offers a nostalgic American dessert experience with decadent cookies and cupcakes, echoing the golden age of the 1950s. Meanwhile, Jamba, a California-origin smoothie brand known for vibrant, no-sugar-added drinks with customizable health boosters, makes its debut at K11 Art Mall, catering to health-conscious shoppers. These openings reflect Hong Kong's dynamic culinary scene, blending tradition with innovation, and offering a diverse array of experiences for both locals and visitors. South China Morning Post also shares insights into Blake Lively's family, focusing on her sister Lori Lively, who has carved out a niche as an acting and dialogue coach for Disney Channel stars. At the premiere of Blake's new film, Another Simple Favor, Lori was present alongside their mother, sister Robin, and other family members, showcasing the close bond within the Lively clan. Lori, aged 58, holds a degree in English from UCLA and has built a career behind the scenes, working with notable young talents like Millie Bobby Brown and Victoria Justice. She is known as the Fixer, helping actors secure and maintain roles through her extensive industry connections. Despite her Hollywood ties, Lori prefers to keep her personal life private, unlike her sister Blake's high-profile marriage to Ryan Reynolds. Nonetheless, Blake has expressed a strong familial connection, emphasizing how her family's shared career paths foster a supportive and grounded environment amid the glitz of Hollywood. The Sydney Morning Herald vividly recounts the tense confrontation between Amazon and the White House over a proposed plan to display tariffs on products. Amazon's low-cost haul division had contemplated listing import charges for certain products, mainly those shipped directly from China, as a response to rising tariffs and the end of the de minimis exemption. However, after a report from Punchbowl News suggested Amazon would show tariffs next to product prices, the White House swiftly condemned the move as a hostile and political act, prompting President Trump to personally call Jeff Bezos and commend him for quickly resolving the issue. Amazon vehemently denied the plan, emphasizing that it was never approved for their main website and only considered for a specific, lower-cost segment, highlighting the sensitive political climate surrounding tariffs and trade policies. Bloomberg provides a detailed perspective on the broader economic implications of these tariff disputes, emphasizing the chaos and volatility in the markets. The report highlights how President Trump's tariffs, especially on China, have skyrocketed by 145% since his inauguration, forcing companies like Amazon to navigate complex trade hurdles. Amazon's reliance on Chinese imports for its haul service, which directly competes with low-cost apps like Temu and Shine, makes it particularly vulnerable to the new tariffs, especially with the recent closing of the de minimis loophole. The White House's push to force retailers to reveal tariff costs aims to expose the hidden expenses consumers face, but it also risks alienating key business allies like Amazon, which has historically tried to maintain a cordial relationship with the Trump administration despite political tensions. The report underscores the economic uncertainty, with some merchants reducing their offerings during Prime Day and public opinion polls indicating that many Americans believe tariffs have worsened their cost of living. Nikkei Asia offers a comprehensive account of the political and regulatory battle surrounding Amazon's alleged consideration of tariff display plans. The report details how Amazon initially mulled over listing import charges for its haul division but quickly backtracked after White House officials, led by spokesperson Caroline Leavitt, labeled the idea a hostile act. The controversy is set against the backdrop of President Trump's aggressive tariffs and efforts to close trade loopholes, which have significantly increased costs for companies importing goods from China. The article also touches on the complex relationship between Bezos and Trump, noting that despite past conflicts over media coverage and political donations, Bezos has made efforts to reconcile. The White House's focus on promoting domestic manufacturing and reducing reliance on Chinese imports is underscored by the criticism of Amazon's alleged partnership with Chinese propaganda entities, drawing attention to the ongoing political debate about trade, national security, and economic sovereignty. South China Morning Post highlights Peyton Koch, the talented twin brother of Netflix's rising star Cooper Koch, who is an Emmy-nominated film editor with a rich Hollywood lineage as the grandson of renowned producer Howard Hawk Koch. While Cooper has captured public admiration for his compelling role in Netflix's Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story and his outspoken support for the Menendez brothers' controversial case, Peyton has made significant strides behind the scenes with his editing work on acclaimed series like American Horror Story, Ratched, and the Emmy-nominated Only Murders in the Building. Their bond is evident, with Peyton publicly expressing pride and support for Cooper's acting achievements, sharing heartfelt posts on social media. Beyond his professional accomplishments, Peyton is openly gay, celebrating his identity and brotherhood through playful cosplay and Pride Day tributes, showcasing a vibrant personality that complements his impressive editing career and Hollywood roots. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.